Hello students, welcome back to my channel Lightup Knowledge and very warm welcome to today's video. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we will cover onomatopoeia in its broader sense. The previous video was on onomatopoeia in its narrower sense, which is available on my channel under the playlist of literary forms, devices and figures of speech, the link of which will be available in the description box. You can go and check that out and then come to this video. We will cover the broader approach to the concept of onomatopoeia. So as I always say that this topic is very important from the perspective of your NET UGC English exam or your GATE MA entrance exam, or if you have opted English literature in your BA or in your higher secondary. So this happens to be a very important video for that purpose. So we'll cover everything. So without any further ado or delay, let's jump right in. Before starting this explanation, I would like to give you a brief context of onomatopoeia in its narrow sense. So it implies to all those words which imitate sounds in narrow sense, basically like murmuring, hissing, grunting. Okay, and you can check the complete video on my channel. Now let us approach to onomatopoeia in its broader sense, in its broader approach. So what does onomatopoeia mean when we take into consideration to its broader approach? In broad sense, onomatopoeia is applied to words or passages which seem to correspond to means to relate to, or to strongly suggest what they denote in any way, whatever. So onomatopoeia in broader sense applies to something that relates to size, movement, tactile feel, duration, force, as well as sound. So we will discuss each and every category. Let's start with size. In broader sense, what does size means? In a narrower sense, we studied that onomatopoeia relates to the words that imitate sound. But in a broader approach, things like size, movement, tactile feel, duration and force is taken into consideration when we refer to onomatopoeia. The first one is size. It can be something that's large, petite, medium. If you refer to something like movement, it can be motion like a circular movement or a forward movement or a backward movement, that way. Then is tactile feel. What is tactile feel? So tactile feel is something that relates to the sense of touch, basically the information received or perceived from vibration against skin, etc. Okay. Next is duration. Okay, duration is when it refers to a span of time. That's also onomatopoeia. Then is force. Force is all those words which seem to us that they are laying emphasis on the words that lay emphasis, that relates to force. So onomatopoeia in broader sense relate to the size, movement, tactile feel, duration and force. This example of onomatopoeia happens to be one of the most celebrated examples from the field of English literature that we have, basically related to the topic of onomatopoeia in its broader sense. Like in broader sense, it relates to size, movement, tactile feel, duration or force or sound, right? So let us read this example. This example is from the Sound and Sense, written by Alexander Pope. Okay, most famous. When Ajax drives some rock's vast weight to throw, the line too labors and the words move slow. Not so when swift Camilla scours the plain, flies over the unbending corn and skims along the main. Firstly, I would like to explain you these lines and then we will discuss the onomatopoeia in these lines. So basically this is the 9th line, which provides the reader with an allusion, okay, to Ajax, which is a mythical figure from Homer's Iliad. So he is described in the story as incredibly strong warrior, something that is in the reference to poem as well. So when he tries to throw a rock, then a poetry needs to sound like it is laboring. Okay, it is sounding like it's laboring, doing hard work. So a reader should be able to interpret the strain, the emphasis laid on the meter used in the poem, and the next line contains the reference to Camilla, which is a virgin queen of Volscians. So she was described by Virgil as being so fast that she could run over a cornfield without bending the stalk. So therefore the swiftness, their swiftness of Camilla is related to what? It is related to movement. So let us discuss these lines with reference to onomatopoeia. The first word is strives. Strives refers to movement or forced. Then is vast weight. Vast weight refers to size. So you can witness now that these examples not only relate to sound but much more. Similarly, move slow shows direction and swift shows movement. So it is a very broader approach to onomatopoeia in that way. So that was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so that you can get regular updates of my videos. So until then, keep learning and keep growing.